Lesson 1, and this is for anybody out there who's trying to end their career with one song or just put out a really disconcerting YouTube video. Start off just by staring manically at the camera. Just kind of wide-eyed and we don't know why we're here. Then what you want to do is bring your instrument into frame, kind of like it's a punishment for the listener or the viewer of the video. Now, it's important to remember that people have come here generally for an apology video, so it's important to at no time in this song or in the video apologize for anything. Now, the accusations here are very, very serious. They involve children and subject matter that can really bother people and get people feeling very emotional. Whenever you're dealing with any sort of intense, very serious accusations like these, you want to use a musical instrument to communicate your non-apology, actually condemnation and accusation song. If you have a ukulele, that's great. If you have a banjo, that's great. If you have something smaller and maybe something more kind of quintessentially fun, like a slide whistle or something, I think that would be really great because it really stands in contrast to the extremely devastating accusations that you're responding to here.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
All right, what a beautiful full verse and chorus. It goes G to G seventh, to C, to D and D seventh. You hear how that D seventh anticipates going back to the root, the G, just classic music theory there. As long as it's entertaining to you. And we resolve back to that one chord. This girl has gone to music school. She understands her music theory. Now, the chorus is very similar, except instead of going to D, we go from C to C minor seventh. Listen to that sanctimony in that C minor seventh there. Down to the G, do, E seventh, the glum kind of E seventh that says, well, I guess you're gonna do what you're gonna do against perfect, pretty little old me. Brief kind of sarcastic C to the D seventh. Ooh, has so much soul. Well, now, it's important that throughout the song, it's very ironic how you are trying to manipulate people into feeling guilty for having the temerity to ever accuse you of anything, even though there's ample evidence showing you did these things. You really want to show your narcissism, if you possibly can, in your apology video. Remember, you cannot form empathy for other people, only for yourself. And so in order to write a song kind of about sadness or grief, it has to be feeling sorry for yourself. If you have other personality disorders, try to show them. Are you a sociopath? Antisocial personality disorders especially, try to show those throughout the song.
To come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Perfect. You should always be able to say what you should be able to say. Nobody should ever be able to say boo to you. Remember, you're a god amongst people. In outsmarting her team here and allowing herself to sing this apology video, she is speaking. So there's many levels of irony and holy shit, what a giant mistake happening over each other right now. It's mwah! It's perfect.
Here I am, and today
See the
I only want
self-pity?
to talk about the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen. Here we go. Many years ago, I used to message my fans.
Okay, that's perfect too. What you want to do is you want to stop, indicate that you're about to start singing, and then don't. Go back to the exact same chord you were just strumming. People love it. People love it.
Not in a creepy way, like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh. That was me.
Also, randomly in the song, if you can reveal that you don't like your aunt for some reason. that you have actual disgust dealing with her. That's great too. It shows yet more kind of antisocial habits that you have, where you judge other people based on nothing. We don't know why this aunt is bad. I guess she just wanted to have a conversation. And also, when diminishing the accusations of, again, something very serious, child abuse, what you want to do is just say, oh, I was just trying to be besties with everybody. What this does is indicate that you were being too gregarious, being too large of a person, too open and friendly and nice. And therefore, we, by not understanding that immediately, we're being kind of unfair and judgmental and bullying her when all she was trying to do was become best friends with a group of children.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
This is a really beautiful way to take accountability here. One is you don't take accountability, you blame other people. Two, you talk about it as if it already happened, that you already did this thing and that people who are listening are being stupid for not knowing that. Discuss how famous you are and how long you've been very famous, and how really what's happening is that your fans wanted more of you, the very famous you, and that you should really have more boundaries. Again, you're special, they are just kind of peon people. You don't really want to individuate here. You want to, everybody's just not you. You don't want to talk about individual people. Again, you're not apologizing. It's become very, very clear. You're accusing people of things. But keep it general, because remember, everybody's the same. They're not you.
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train.
Woo!
Hop on board but close your eyes, otherwise you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
Accuse your listeners of murder, okay? Suggest that they are killing you by seeing the evidence of crimes you did and then saying, why did you do these crimes? Remember, that is murder. But especially, oh, I love this turn here.
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
If you can lead into the chorus of your song with passive-aggressive angst towards the listener, it puts the chorus in such a beautiful light. It just lets them sing with you. Go for it. Really do a big kind of operatic toxic gossip trail. You really want to sit in it so people remember, oh yeah, this girl can sing.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something
you want to put the sentence in all seriousness, and again, speaking it in the center of your song. It indicates that you've just been fooling around up until now, or that the information really isn't that important to you.
Mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
Some of this is true. I'm going to try to monetize this person's demise. It would be mwah! It would be lovely, 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 lovely if I could do that. What you want to somehow do is take credit for being really good at changing when you make mistakes, even though you've already indicated you didn't make a mistake here. The only mistake you made really was being too nice. But now that you've kind of made up for that and you're not being too nice anymore, literally call the audience of the song you're singing a mob, okay? Say mob mentality, and really just have a very dismissive, beneath contempt kind of view of the audience.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is great. Anticipate, if possible, things probably you've been called before, being called them again because you are them and are exhibiting those traits beautifully here, perfectly.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
Beautifully, beautifully done, okay? The non-apology apology in the middle of the apology song. Mwah, beautiful. So tough to do if you can form empathy. Also, the person who's accusing you very directly and deliberately, don't ever mention their name, take the coward's way out there, and just accuse everybody of being just like them, even though you had a relationship with them and a lot of what they've said has turned out to be corroborated by others. Act as if the accusation was made by all of your fans and that they all just want clout. Essentially, project your inability to want anything other than clout onto your fans and reveal that to all of us because it is so fascinating.
I didn't realize it was my responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable with their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows.
You want to gaslight, and this is a perfect gaslight by suggesting that people are coming to you to decide all the television programming for their children. Remind people it's PG-13. PG-13 literally stands for don't have to take responsibility for anything after you put it out.
Have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No. It seems as though everyone's already decided on that. Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter that these things aren't true.
Again, we have seen no evidence that they're not true or any sort of actual pushback. You just want to stick with the idea that you are innocent. Essentially, you are essentially innocent. You're an innocent person, even when you do things wrong. This is the most viewed section of the song. This is great. She's done this. She has done it probably 4 or 5 times in the song already, but beautifully, huge, big, sorrowful pause, self-pitying, really letting us understand how horrible we've made her feel. It's almost as if she's going to stop playing for a second and take this seriously. But no, switcheroo again.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats.
Perfect. Make a joke.
Groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
Oh, amazing. Okay, reduce it to a fart joke. Somehow accuse your audience of not liking fart jokes, even though fart jokes are universally beloved by everybody. It's your fans' fault. They asked you, they were begging to be sexually harassed, and she had to learn the lesson that even when your fans are asking you to exploit them, don't do it. That's a tough lesson for anybody to learn who has trouble forming complex emotions. Oh, and then the fake turn off. Wait a minute. Again, you've scripted all of this. Keep insulting people's intelligence enough to think that you haven't.
You guys know something. It seems like maybe you're confused about something. I don't know. Let me try to help. Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human.
Wow.
But what do I know? Fuck me, right?
Yes. Fuck you. Somehow, if you can, by the end of the song, call yourself a good person and indicate actually you're probably a lot better than just a good person. You're probably the best person. Also throughout, talk about how this is destroying you, but make sure that your beautiful home is well positioned behind you. A lot of apology videos, people will be sitting in front of their couch for some reason. If you could just be sitting perilously at the edge of the front of the couch, and we can see it's a really big, fancy couch, it just brings out a lot of that irony that your reputation and life is over, even though you're fabulously wealthy and still very, very famous and everything's fine. I know a lot of people out there is like, how am I going to get this all down in one performance? As she said, she's been doing this for 15 years. Okay. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's what performance is. You can play, you can learn the chords, you can learn the vocal, you can learn the rhythm, you can learn the song, but you got to be able to deliver that emotion behind it. So I thank Colleen Ballinger for this incredible performance. She really is a talented musician. She really is a talented singer. Hey guys, it's me here. I just did the edit and I realized I get pretty judgmental on Colleen in this. I don't know her, obviously. I'm calling her Colleen, but I'm taking this about as seriously as she did. I'm creating kind of a sketch around it or a YouTube video around it. I don't know that she's an evil person. I don't know that she's a predator. I don't know that she's a narcissist. I just think that these things kind of come out in the song. And I'm not a therapist. I just wanted to ruin the joke here a little bit and say, you know, maybe she does deserve some empathy. Maybe she does deserve to be forgiven. I don't know. What is clear is that the pretty specific allegations that were levied against her just weren't dealt with in this apology. This is truly like maybe the worst apology I've ever seen in public. Like, amazing. I do think she's a talented musician, and I enjoyed the kind of Alice's Restaurant-y type of song that she just wrote us. Not totally the same as Alice's Restaurant, but some similar kind of vibes there. By the way, totally cool. Totally awesome vibes to have Alice's Restaurant be the inspiration. Anyway, back to the old me. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I had a lot of fun just doing it this morning, and hope you did too. Check out my channel for more fun stuff. Till next time, keep playing.